All right, here we go. The mighty return of Boosie back on VladTV. Out here at, Boosie Estates.
Yeah.
We just went and checked out your new lake.
Right.
And the new completed Batman mansion. That'll come out afterwards.
Yeah.
But it's been since July, since we did our last interview.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we got a lot to talk about.
Right.
Well, you've addressed this before, how you were upset that Kendrick is performing at the Super Bowl and not Lil Wayne. Now,
I wasn't upset, man. I was just saying that, for the culture, I felt like, Wayne should perform.
Well, you tweeted about it, said, all y'all acting like y'all cool with how they playing it for the Super Bowl, shaking my head, the most cultural city in the USA, New Orleans, it's a smack in the face to every hip-hop legend from Louisiana, Master P, Birdman. This shows they never wanted y'all to kick in the door in the first place because they still trying to lock it. Super Bowl 22 was in Cali, and Cali artists was allowed to do their thing in it. That was a great show, but now it's in Louisiana, and no Louisiana legends can't do their thing. I don't respect it.
What did I lie about?
Well, out of the blue, Kendrick dropped a brand new album.
Yeah.
Called GNX, and he actually addressed what everyone's been saying. You haven't heard this before, so I'm gonna play a 5-second snippet where he actually addresses the Lil Wayne thing.
Used to bump the Carter 3. I held my rolly chain proud. Irony, I think my hard work let Lil Wayne down.
Did you catch it all?
I don't get it.
He said, I used to bump the Carter 3. I held my rolly chain proud. Irony, I think my hard work let Lil Wayne down.
I don't get it.
He's basically saying that he worked hard to get this position, and now Wayne is upset that he's not getting to perform while Kendrick is. He also mentioned in the next verse how Nas was the only rapper that actually called him to congratulate him over doing the Super Bowl.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So what do you think? How do you take that?
That's how you feel. I mean, I guess that's how you feel. I just spoke how I felt, I just feel like could have got 1 or 2 songs. Super Bowl halftime show. Somebody from down there could have got a couple songs,
Well, you never know. Maybe Lil Wayne will make a cameo.
Hopefully,
but we don't know. But listen, to be fair, I know you're from Louisiana and you have a certain slant to how you look at things. Now, I respect that. I'm not from Louisiana. But if you take a step back from the situation, the Super Bowl is not a local event.
Right.
It is a national event.
Right.
It's not just for Louisiana people.
You right about that.
In fact, it's the biggest sporting event in the world on that particular day.
Yeah, I agree.
Thinking that it has a worldwide audience, a nationwide audience, and not just about Louisiana, it's not just about New Orleans, I think it's fair that they chose the biggest rapper that's out this year, which is clearly Kendrick. It's not like they chose a nobody and they're purposely putting Lil Wayne to the side. I think they chose the biggest rapper of 2024 with the biggest song, the biggest impact, beat the other biggest rapper, in a battle. You don't think that it's fair that he gets it based on what I just said?
Yeah. I do agree, but I still, I'm from Louisiana. I feel like, somebody should be able to do their thing. I would like that. And I'm gonna be biased to that situation just from being from Louisiana.
Right.
At this time, I want to see somebody shine. I like to perform.
Sure.
Bring me out.
I'm sure you would.
But
you haven't gotten that call yet, though.
Nah.
Jay-Z hasn't texted you.
But I just feel like lately how I've been seeing the performances, they've been, especially that one in Cali when All On was in there.
Yeah, Dr. Dre, Kendrick performed in that one too. So this will be his second Super Bowl performance. Let's keep that in mind.
Yeah, so when I come into our culture, I feel like it's only right. Let somebody do their thing, And everybody was saying, if somebody gonna do their thing, Wayne need to do that thing. He ain't gotta, I mean, of course he's not on Kendrick level right now, of course, but for the culture, man, just, I mean, one song, shit.
Well, I remember when I interviewed Terrence Gangster Williams about this, and of course he's close to, you know, that whole crew. Well, at least he was at one point. He said that if Kendrick offers him to come in and just do a cameo, he should turn it down because it's like a slap in the face.
Nah, I don't agree.
I disagree with it too.
I disagree.
Yeah.
I disagree.
Yeah. I think if Wayne gets a shot to just come in and just do even a minute or two, do like Lollipop or something.
Yeah. I disagree. Other people might not disagree. Wayne might disagree, but I disagree. If I was in Wayne's shoes,
right,
I would, you know, that's Super Bowl is everything, you know. So if I was given the opportunity, you know, but I would do it, you know, if I was in his shoes. But I can't think for the next nigga.
I mean, right. If Kendrick called you and said, "I need 30 seconds to wipe me down," you're there. You
ain't gotta give me nothing. I'm gonna wipe that. I'm gonna wipe the world down. That'll be crazy, man. Hey, nobody ain't never looked out for me like that. You do that for me, boy. Nobody better not fuck with Kendrick Lamar.
There you have it. We'll see what happens, man. We'll see what happens. Everyone's gonna be watching. It's gonna be a hell of a show regardless.
Ain't no nigga never looked out for Boo. Real talk.
NBA YoungBoy, who's locked up right now, just released or they leaked a song called Active, and they're saying that it's a diss song towards you. So there's a couple lines in it where it says, "Pussy, they got mad, so they go noosey me. I take a legend head for cheap, huh? Bitch, gonna go to sleep. I be YB, tear up the car. That be that bleak." So Noosey and Bleak got mentioned in those three lines. And those are both people that you know.
Say the line again, Vlad. I ain't heard it. Let's say the line again.
"Pussy, they got mad, say he gon' Noosey me. I take a legend head for cheap, huh? Bitch, gonna go to sleep. I be YB, tear up the car. That be that bleak. Blah."
I don't know if that's a diss. I mean, it's, man, I don't know if that's a diss, man. I mean, if he diss me, he miss me, you know.
If he dissing you, he missing you?
But at the same time, if he don't love me, it's fuck me. But, I mean, well, I be bipolar as a motherfucker. Like, bro, like last time after I got on the phone with him, it was all love, man.
Right, because you guys had a phone call before you went to jail.
Yeah. And before that, the first diss shit, me and him and Stunner was on the phone. 2 days before that.
They dissed you.
Yeah, me and him was Stunner on the phone. We talking about making moves. In the next 2 days, I mean, I talked to YB before he went to jail. Like, I don't know. I guess it's a love-hate relationship. I don't know.
Well,
I guess
you guys come from the same place. You guys are both from Baton Rouge.
Yeah, but I don't know it. I don't know who I be, man. I just, you know, I kind of look over it, man. I ain't finna be going rapping back and forth with no YB, you know. That was my little dog at one time, you know, even though that ain't my dog like that now, but that was my little dog at one time, man. And if he still feeling some type of way, I don't know, but I just, you know, it ain't no bloodshed, so I ain't dwelling on that, like, you know. But
we also don't know
if it is a diss, but I don't know.
We also don't know when the song was recorded. YB's in jail right now, so did he tell them to release it? Did it get leaked? It's not an official release. I don't see it like on Spotify or nothing.
Yeah, I know. I just woke up this morning and it was just all over my fucking phone. Boosie, YB did, but I mean, I don't know. Album might be coming out. It might be trying to sell an album, bro. I don't know. Okay. But I don't feel it's no, you know, it ain't no beef or nothing like that. YB could be mad at you and The next day, he don't, you know.
Well, and also, the reality is that NBA YoungBoy is a drug addict, right? I mean, look at what he just went through with the 128 charges of prescription pills and everything else like that. There's pictures of him with pills all around him. It's clear that he has drug issues, drug addiction. So he could be one way and then he gets high and then suddenly he's not, in his right mind. He just decides to just go off the barrel. And then that gets recorded and it gets leaked out. And then next thing you know, there's a diss song. I don't know. I've never met YB, so never talked to him. I don't have any connection to him.
YB knows what's up with me, man. I don't take it no way. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't. If I ain't gonna listen to it, I ain't taking no way. Like I ain't go to the thing and go listen to it. Man, I'm trying to better myself and better my hustle. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got time to rap about no young niggas. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got time to rap about no young niggas, I want they fans.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Free YB.
Yeah.
There you have it. Okay. Well, just recently, Mike Tyson fought Jake Paul. And you can look at my Twitter. We'll post a tweet. About 3 hours before the fight, I said I predict that Jake Paul is going to win.
Yeah.
And he was favored to win. It was like minus 220. I wanted Mike Tyson to win, but I knew Jake Paul was going to win. What did you think coming into this fight?
I knew Jake Paul was gonna win.
You knew it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I bet on Jake Paul. But I didn't. I'm a gambler, so 27-year-old man fighting a 58-year-old man. Like, man, bro, my sons and my nephews made fun of me all night. They say, this the man you looked up to? They say, man, this the man you looked up? Man, it was so bad, bro. They ranked me all night. Talking about all night, bro. I mean, I just kept saying, he got 20 million. I was drunk, bro. They ranked me all night about Mike Tyson, bro. I mean,
yeah.
that.
Well, in the locker room.
The worst ever. That was the worst.
Well, he kissed. I guess that was his son, right? Who he kissed? That might have been his son, but then he turned around and he had his whole ass out. I don't know what that was about. Walking in the ring, he had that old man walk. He actually tripped a little bit coming to the ring. Did you see that? He stumbled coming in the ring. He had a knee brace on.
He had a knee. When I saw that knee brace, bro, I'm like, bro, I saw Jake Paul could have really, really, really hurt Mike Tyson.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I respect Jake Paul for not really, and I respect Mike for getting in there and getting that damn money. Because I don't give a damn what nobody say. $20 million, I'm getting that motherfucker with Deontay Wilder. I wouldn't give a damn. 20 million, and I'ma throw them bitches. Yeah, I'ma throw them bitches. I'ma get the fans what they want. I'ma throw them bitches. I'm gonna throw them. I'ma get, bruh, 20 million for that?
Right, and Jake Paul got 40 million.
For that?
Yes.
Jake Paul, I'm next.
Yeah. And it broke all types of records. The arena that they were in Dallas made I think 17 million just by itself. Netflix had 60 million people watching.
20 million for 20 punches?
I know, Mike wasn't punching at all though. Mike looked bad. And he kept chewing. Remember he was chewing on his mouth guard the whole time?
They were saying he had a starburst in his glove. Bro, my nephew say he got a starburst in his glove. Boy, they had me pissed off, boy. Bro. But hey, bro, it's crazy, man. I was just, Mike, I respect Mike for getting in there, man. You got, man, bills don't stop, man. 20 million for that. If I was 58 years old, I would have did the exact same thing.
Yeah, I think most people would do that for 20 million. I'd get in the ring with Tyson for $20 million.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'll take my chances.
I'll take my chances.
I mean, actually, Mike has gotten mad at both of us at different times, if you think about it.
Yeah.
Doing interviews with Mike, he got mad at you, he got mad at me. It was a little scary. Were you a little scared? When Tyson started to get testy, I got a little scared.
Tyson pretty cool dude, bro. What I got from Tyson, I got street nigga from Tyson. I ain't get, like, Tyson really raised in that jungle, feel like.
Yeah, I was a little scared. I was a little bit scared because remember he brought up the gay comments that you made, and his daughter is gay.
Yeah.
So that whole situation kind of played out, and I remember I'd reached out to his daughter to do an interview, but I guess I had mixed up the daughters, so I talked to one of the other daughters, and when she got on the phone with me, she just cussed me out. On the phone. Just cussed me the hell out. And I finally had to say, okay, I gotta go. You have a nice day. Because it's still Mike Tyson's daughter. I don't want Daddy, he was mean to me. I don't need that in my life. But you know, that's what it is. Well, speaking of daughters, Poison Ivy. There was some back and forth that happened between you two. Honestly, as someone that's known you for a long time, it kind of hurt to see it kind of play out. I've never met your daughter, but I know you've always spoken very highly of her, and you have a lot of respect for her. But I guess when you did Carisha Please, you basically said that you wouldn't allow your daughter Ivy to bring her lesbian girlfriend to your house. You said...
I decided not to even talk about that no more on camera.
Okay, so you...
Yeah, we're going to handle it off camera like family. Supposed to.
Good. I like that.
We're going to handle it off camera. That's my baby.
Okay.
That's my baby.
How long after the back and forth did you guys actually have that conversation?
I basically agreed with me and my mom talked, and we just agreed, you know, when it come to stuff like that, we ain't gonna even talk about that as far as with my children, you know what I'm saying? We'll just handle that as far as family. You know, Ivy hold a grudge. Ivy don't play. Ivy hold a grudge with you for 2-3 months. But that's my baby. That's my baby. That's my baby.
Yeah, and you publicly apologized as well.
Oh yeah, that's my baby.
Yeah, I like that, man. I like that. And you know, Marlon Wayans, who I had my back and forth with, he responded about it. He said, you can't paint Boosie as a monster. That man is a father that provides. I believe him. His daughter and God will figure this out. Took me a second because he has a trans daughter himself. He said, give their family grace and time. This is growing pains. She knows her daddy loves her. That's all that matters. He may come around or he may not, but that's on him and her. I think that was well said.
Well said.
Well said. You see
that's
that
part?
part?
That's my boy, too. I ain't know that. I ain't see that.
Yeah.
Well said, bro.
Well said.
Yeah.
There you have it. Well, I'm glad y'all worked it out, man, because I don't like seeing people beef with their kids.
No.
You know what I'm saying? I didn't like
the worst feeling ever.
Yeah. Well, you know what people say? They say that a parent is only as happy as his saddest child. See what I'm saying?
I mean,
if you have a bunch of kids and one of them is really messed up and the rest of them are happy, you're going to be messed up too.
Oh, yeah.
See what I'm saying?
I feel it.
If you have one kid that's really going through it, even if your other kids are ecstatic, you're only going to be as happy as your saddest kid.
Yeah.
Would you say that's true?
I would agree.
Well, I didn't see this one coming. Lil Durk. Lil Durk and 5 co-defendants are facing murder for hire charges by the feds. All of them have been arrested, no bond. What's interesting is that Lil Durk hired someone that we know, Drew Finling, to represent him
Right.
who also is representing NBA YoungBoy at the same time. The irony of this. Drew's a hell of a lawyer, though.
Yeah.
I've interviewed him. He's represented you, along with Big Meech and Young Dolph and YFL Lucci.
Yeah, he the guy.
He's that guy. It's an open case right now, so we can't really talk about the details of it. Not that you and I are connected on any way in this situation. But when you heard about it, what did you think?
I was just like, damn, Durk,
Yeah.
I don't like to see nobody go down. Especially people who come from, I got favorites as far as, and I always been like that, like people who come up like I come up and inserted themselves into that lifestyle and come up really like, I take a liking to them. So I might not even know you, but, I know Durk, but I might not even know. But some of those rappers who be in them streets, when they fall, I got kind of like a soft spot in my heart for them. I'd be like, damn, I'd be like, fucked up,
Yeah, but you and I. Right. Well, I've interviewed Durk before. He dissed me on a couple songs since then. I'm like, whatever, I didn't care. Internet back and forth. I didn't even respond, actually. But like you, I know Quando.
Yeah.
And that shit really upset me. Because I feel in that whole situation with King Von dying, Quando was the victim. He wasn't the aggressor. King Von brought that situation on himself. And I interviewed Quando recently, and I also interviewed Lil Tim. You see that floating around? Yeah, I did an interview with Lil Tim. And Lil Tim broke down the whole situation. He said, yo, we were minding our own business. Suddenly this dude jumps on my friend. I had to protect him. You and I have armed security when we go to certain situations. Wouldn't you expect your armed security to do the same thing if someone jumped on you?
I don't really want to comment on that shit because I don't want, them Chicago niggas feel like I'm taking a side
Okay,
on
enough.
each of them sides, because, I had fuck with Von, I met Von. I told you, I fuck with Quando, so I fuck with both of them.
You were supposed to be there that night.
Yeah, I was supposed to go out that night and meet them at the club.
Didn't you talk to Von?
I talked to Von and I met Von in Saks Fifth that day.
Right. And weren't you guys talking about meeting up at the club later on?
Yeah. It's crazy.
Do you know how many people got shot and killed that day? King Von died. Tim got shot twice. He had a coloscopy bag. Slutty got killed. O-Block Louie got shot in the head. 100K Track, the manager, got shot in the legs. He was in a wheelchair for a little while. This was a mess. If you had been in that parking lot, there was a chance you could have gotten shot.
Right.
Chance you could have gotten killed. It was an absolutely awful situation, man. And I don't know, man. It's an open case, but I went through the whole case and it was absolutely sloppy work. Do you know the details of what happened?
No.
Okay, we made a video about this. I'll break this down. So the day before the murder, and this is according to the feds, like this is the actual Fed paperwork. This is not me talking. I went through there was 2 different indictments, and I went through all of them. Actually, 3 different indictments now, because there was a superseding one that Durk got hit with as well. So on August 18, 2022, the day before the murder happened, OTF members were told by someone called Co-Conspirator 4, meaning that he's probably snitching, that Quando Rondo was staying in a hotel in Los Angeles. So, OTF Diddy, OTF Boogie, Flocka, and Brown Eyes, these guys are vice lords from Chicago, got flown one way from Chicago to California using a credit card attached to Lil Durk. Lil Durk actually sent a text message that said, "Don't book no flights under no names involved with me." And that's exactly what they did. They booked a flight with a credit card involved with him. The same day that these 4 guys flew from Chicago, Lil Durk and OTF Vonnie took a private flight to LA on the exact same day. Diddy, Boogie, Flocka, and Brown Eyes stayed in a hotel, once again paid by Lil Durk's credit card. When Durk and Vonnie landed in LA, Vonnie rented a rental car from a regular rental place with a GPS tracking on it and went to a sporting goods store and bought 4 ski masks. The GPS from the rental car put him at that store. And then he brought back a bunch of guns with switches and gave it to those guys who just flew in. The day of the murder, Quando, Lil Pob, his cousin, and a couple other people left the hotel that they were staying at that, OTF knew about and got into a black Escalade. And then that same rental car and another car with fake license plates followed them around for hours. When they finally stopped at a gas station by the Beverly Center and Lil Pob got out to pump gas, Flocka, Brown Eyes, and co-conspirator 2, whose name is hidden the whole time, meaning he's probably cooperating on the case, pull up, get out of the car, and open fire, and they kill Lil Pob. Right after the murder, they meet up at In-N-Out Burger. They allegedly talk about the payment for the murder, and then they fly back to Chicago the same day using the same OTF credit card. 2 years pass, nothing happens. And then on October 17th, everyone gets indicted, everyone gets arrested. Lil Durk books 3 plane tickets right after everyone else gets busted. One one-way ticket to Dubai, one-way ticket to Switzerland. He doesn't get on any of those flights, but the feds get alerted that he bought the tickets. Then he books a private flight to Italy, and on his way to the airport, he gets arrested by the feds. And now everyone's being charged with murder for hire, facing life in prison. The one thing that really strikes me is how many people are involved in this. When you've heard of situations where people get killed, do you ever see like 4, 5, 6 people involved in it?
Sometimes.
What usually happens in those situations?
Somebody not right.
Somebody snitches.
Yeah.
I've always felt like if I got to kill somebody, I got to do it myself. Once I involve someone else, I feel like my life is in their hands. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like I'm either going to be, a human ATM or a human get out of jail free card. One of those two. You know what I'm saying? So I feel if I really want to murder somebody, I got to do it myself. And since I don't want to go to prison for the rest of my life, I'm just not going to murder anybody. I'll just deal with it. But yeah, all 5 of these guys are now, sitting in jail, and there's a reasonable chance that none of them will ever get out, because murder for hire isn't one of these slap on the wrists. It's not manslaughter, because someone actually died in the process. And yeah, man, I feel bad. I like Quando. You like Quando. And he's about to go to jail next month.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he got a Fed case.
Yeah.
He pled guilty. So in July, he was arrested for controlled substances and street gang activity. And he ultimately pled guilty, and he's waiting for sentencing. Sad, man. It's sad.
Quando. I need to call me one day.
What did he say?
He one day, nah.
Well, Trump is now president.
Yep.
Did you vote?
Nah.
I voted.
You voted?
You're legally allowed to vote, though, right?
Yeah, I ain't vote.
Why not?
I ain't feel like going.
Okay. Have you ever voted
Yeah, I done voted before.
for Obama?
Nah, I ain't vote for Obama. I wasn't voting then. I voted for that black Georgia senator, Warnock.
Okay. Local elections. Okay. But I remember right after he got elected, you went on Twitter and you said, Donald Trump, can you pardon me on my Fed case? I'm a nonviolent felon. The courts ruled that a nonviolent felon cannot be charged with a 922G. The judge dismissed my case, but the ruling has been appealed. So once again, I was indicted. I'm filing this case. This is the exact case to U.S. versus Duarte that was ruled unconstitutional. Oh, one more thing. Can you sit down with me and talk about you giving police immunity? I think this will motivate officers to commit deadly crimes. Please don't do this. Anyway, congratulations on your win. Let's get this money and drop these taxes. Shit's killing me. Man, think about me. I live in California. My taxes are worse than yours. You got it easy over here in Georgia. So before we get to the gun case, which we're only going to lightly touch upon, right? Because it's an open case. The whole thing about giving police immunity, that's fairly crazy.
Yeah.
So that means that they could kill whoever they want
And get away with it.
So George Floyd's killers would be out right now doing whatever they want.
Right.
But why do you think Trump wants to give him immunity?
I don't know. You know, that's why I would say I would like to have a sit down with him and ask him. And I know I know if he have a sit down with me, I can make him hear me. You got to hear both sides of the field. You got to hear people whose life been affected by cops, whose family's been affected by cops. You know, I would explain to him it's just like every other person. You got good ones and you got bad ones.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like every other thing in life, and it'll turn into every other thing in life if you don't punish people. You basically let them damn near purge, you know?
Pretty much. And, you know, law enforcement already has so many advantages in what they do.
Right.
Police in an interrogation room, they can legally lie to you. They can say, Boosie, your co-defendant just said you were the shooter.
Right.
He just signed a plea deal naming you, and he's going to walk free.
Yeah.
Now, if you want to confess, this is the time to do it. Knowing damn well your co-conspirator, your co-defendant says, I'm pleading the fifth. Let me speak to my lawyer. But they can legally lie, and if that causes a confession, then that confession is totally legal, even though it's based, you know, like the fruit from a poison tree, you know, like the whole concept where, you know, like for example, if you search someone's house but you don't have a search warrant, whatever you find, you got to throw out because you didn't have the search warrant. But the police could legally lie to you and still use your confession, knowing that you may just say something because you're so scared because that person's lying on you. So, okay, I'll lie on them too because I don't want to do life in prison. But it actually becomes a legal confession.
Right.
So you want to, that's already legal. And then you want to give cops the ability to kill people with no repercussions whatsoever.
Yeah, that would be the worst thing ever. I mean, just think of a cop who gets tired of arresting you and you getting out of jail.
Just shoot you.
Just follow him on the back road and shoot his ass.
I mean, that's how America used to function for a long time.
Yeah.
Especially down south.
Yeah.
Where we are right now.
Yeah.
What was the worst thing a cop ever did to you?
They cut my seats up one time.
They took a knife and cut up the seats in your car.
Cut the back seats up.
Well, they say they're looking for drugs or something? Just to do it, huh?
Cut my seats up.
You rich motherfucker, fuck you. I ain't got no Benz at home.
One time I had a bankroll in my pocket. I ain't had nothing on me. Took my bankroll, threw it all over the interstate, and pulled off. I'm out there trying to get the money up off the fucking.
Yeah, Lil Tim, I remember in our interview.
When I was 9 years old, the police gave me a wedgie.
Yeah, I remember you
pulled
telling me
me
that.
over, gave me a wedgie. I used to get money off him.
Yeah, I remember when I interviewed Lil Tim, he was talking about a situation where he got arrested, where he had like $15,000 on him, I think, but it was legal money. It wasn't drug money. It was just his money. And the police try to pull him over, but he knows that down there, if they pull him over and find the money, they're going to take the money. Yeah. And there's nothing he could do about it. So he ended up doing a high-speed chase because he was like, yo, I know what's going to happen if the police find this. Is that a normal thing down south where the police will just take your money like that?
It happens. Yeah, it happens.
What's happened to you?
It happens.
Yeah.
It happens.
Well, I'm not going to dwell too heavily on this, but the last time we did the interview, you had just beaten your gun case, but then shortly afterwards, the feds took it over again, and now you're still
3 weeks later indicted again.
Re-indicted. How did you feel when you heard that news?
I was so pissed, man. I was actually celebrating on vacation with my family.
And then you got that
when my lawyer called me.
Damien?
Both of them called me.
Both of them called you. Yeah, he had actually, your lawyer, because I was speaking to your lawyer about this, he had actually sent me like a whole statement and a breakdown of how they feel about it, but I didn't want to post it because I felt like it might piss off the feds because some of the language in it, you know what I'm saying, was kind of really kind of harsh. So I just left it alone because the last thing I want to do is do something that affects you.
Right.
So I'm sorry you're going through it, man.
Yeah.
Do you have a court date coming up?
I went to court for when they indicted me, and they was trying to get me to make another bond. They still haven't gave me my money back on the other bond.
Huh.
They was trying to make me make another bond. I'm glad the judge didn't let me do that. She just basically set it back until they make a ruling again because it was the courts had ruled on it that it was unconstitutional. So the charges were dropped. But now, 2 weeks after this, they appealed it. So I don't know. Maybe I got more power than I think I do.
Yeah.
For them to damn near appeal, I don't know, man. It's just people need to learn from my situations and all the other situations that us rappers going through, and just let you know, like, they on your ass. You fuck up, they on your ass. This prosecutor I got hate me with a passion. This dude, he didn't went there and sending all my Tootie friends, subpoenaing them.
Wait, your son's friends?
My son, all kind of shit, bro. Like, getting people to go down there asking them about trafficking guns. What the fuck I look like trafficking guns? Like, you're fishing, bro. You're fishing. You know this shit ain't strong, you're fishing, bro. I'm just glad I ain't got no messed up judge. I always have a...
Yeah, you said this judge is really cool.
She fair. She going by the book and she fair. I usually get done dirty, Vlad. And with the prosecutor that I got right now, bro, and I'm just glad I got a fair judge. That's all I ask, man. Like, you know, like, you chasing somebody who don't have no violent felons. Like, I'm not a violent felon. Marijuana, I mean, it's legal damn near everywhere in the world now.
Well, you were in California.
You smoked you got caught with a weed a couple times, you're not allowed to protect your family?
Yeah.
Entertainer?
Yeah.
You're not allowed to protect your family? Or yourself? In a gang-banging neighborhood? Like, you know, I'm going to do my job. I'm trapping. Like, I'm going to do my job professionally. I pay taxes as a rapper. I ain't no fake rapper. Like, I'm getting it. Like, I ain't no, like, you know, come on, man. Like, you know, it was, I feel it's unconstitutional, just like the courts had ruled the first time on the U.S. versus Duarte. I feel like me not being allowed to protect my family is non-constitutional. I would have never did time in jail, never in no other state. No other state. You know, I was, yeah.
Sorry you're going through it, man. I was definitely, because remember, we were like celebrating on camera.
Yeah.
We were like, yeah, finally, this is done. Congratulations. Shout out to your lawyers. I've been talking to them the whole time. And then...
Yeah, I ain't tripping. I'm built for this, man.
Yeah.
God doing this. I'm built for this. Anybody built for this shit, I am built for this. Like, God, I understand why all this shit happened. Like it's a relationship I got with God. Like, God built me for this. He built me to go through shit like, you know, for something else bigger. Like, I'm built for this shit. Like, I've been in way more worse shit than this, bro. So, like, I'm built for this shit. I'm glad I'm free. I'm glad I'm still doing me. I'm trying to keep my mind basically off that situation. I'd have prayed about it. It's gonna get handled. I mean...
Well, yeah, you were facing murders at one point. So this is light work compared to that.
Yeah, man.
You were on death row.
Man, bro, it's unconstitutional. That's how the law ruled on it already. So that's the good thing I have in my court. The law ruled on it, and you got to go by the book if the law ruled on it. So that's the good thing I have. They appealing it, but that's the good thing I have. I won once. So.
And you'll win again. There you have it. Well, I didn't see this one coming. Since our last interview, Young Thug got time served.
Yeah.
You know Young Thug?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know him at all. I've never met him.
Yeah.
But this was the longest running criminal case in Georgia state history.
Yeah.
It had more mistrial motions than any trial in Georgia state history. The trial went on forever. It was falling apart. You see all types of characters get on the stand and pretty much just confuse the situation. YSL Woody. Actually, I interviewed him just the other day.
Yeah.
He was supposed to be the star witness. He got on the stand and said he was lying about everything. A couple other dudes got on the stand and started acting crazy, doing weird stuff. Somebody tried to hand Young Thug a pill in open court. Remember, at one point, Brian Steele got arrested in the courtroom over a secret meeting that wasn't supposed to happen. So the judge got kicked off. Then another judge came on, but someone connected to the judge was having a relationship with one of the defendants. So that judge got kicked off. So they finally got a third judge. So ultimately, Young Thug got time served, 15 years probation. He could face 20 years if he violates, though. He pleaded guilty to 1 gang charge, 2 gun charges, and 3 drug charges. He also submitted a no contest plea to separate gang charges and racketeering and conspiracy charges. He is banned from Atlanta for 10 years, except for funerals, weddings, and graduations. He's banned from promoting gangs or gang culture in any way, shape, or form, meaning he can't rap about any gang stuff. He has to do 4 presentations or concerts a year about anti-gang violence. And he can't talk to any gang members or YSL affiliates except for Gunna, who was actually signed to him. Originally, the state wanted 45 years with 25 years to serve and 20 years on probation. But Brian Steele wasn't having that. Do you know Brian Steele at all?
No, I don't know.
You know of him?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, from what I understand, like the big dogs in Atlanta is like Brian Steele, Steve Sadow, and Drew Finley. Those 3, you got any of those guys, you got a good shot.
Yeah.
You got a public defender, you're in trouble. Were you surprised that he got time served?
Not really when I saw the case falling apart, nah.
What do you mean?
I felt like it was gonna end up being a mistrial because it had too much shit going on.
I think so, yeah.
I ain't never seen a case with that much shit going on like that.
Yeah, I think that's what the prosecution was scared of. About to be a mistrial, they have to start all over again.
You gotta waste all that money all over again.
All their star witnesses didn't work out.
That's what they always do. I mean, they try to give me a little time before because they knew I was finna beat the murder charge.
Oh, they offered you a plea deal?
Yeah.
What did they offer you?
Principal.
Offer you what?
Principal.
What's that?
Principal to first degree murder.
And what does that mean?
Principal mean like you had something to do with it.
Okay. And what was the time that they were offering?
I think it was like 15 But they're running concurrent, so I have like 5 left.
You didn't take it though?
Mm-mm.
Okay. How hard was that decision? Because
It
5
wasn't
years.
hard at all. My lawyer already told me they was beat.
Okay.
My lawyer said they whooped, bro. This shit is whooped. I just gotta run it by you. This shit is whooped.
Right, because it actually went to a jury verdict.
Yeah,
And all 12 jurors said,
not guilty.
how did that feel?
It was one of the best days of my life.
Woody took cooperating and turned it into an actual career. I just paid him and flew him out to New York the other day to interview him. And he was very professional about it. You know what I'm saying? He did everything he told me he would do. He's getting paid interviews from lots of people. He's doing 20 versus 1s. And I mean, he's standing on what he said. He goes, yeah, I said what I said. I was lying. And ultimately, you know, he apologized to Young Thug over what he put him through because he was the star witness. But look, he's a bona fide celebrity now. He has diamond watches and chains and he's flashing money. Cooperating really is not what it was back in the day. It's not, it's just content now.
Depends on where you at too, bro. Like, and then it's in a, you know, Atlanta, it's a lot of, I mean, if he was in Baton Rouge somewhere like.
Who, Woody?
Yeah.
So you don't think Woody would be able to walk around Baton Rouge?
Fuck no.
He's still in Atlanta though. He
Damn,
still lives out there.
He wouldn't, how long he would have been, he wouldn't have lasted 3 weeks in Baton Rouge. He wouldn't have lasted probably a week in Baton Rouge.
So you
3
feel,
days.
okay, so you feel that in Baton Rouge, people are willing to risk their own freedom to retaliate against someone who's snitching.
Yeah.
You've seen it happen.
A huncho thug is a huncho. It ain't even gotta be from that clique. Somebody gonna punish you from whole other cliques just because you got famous off being that. You gonna get, nigga gonna sit you down away from somewhere else just to rep on you. You famous now, they finna put you down just to rep on you. That's how I go down where I'm from. They gonna put you down just to rep on you. And it makes it easy to put him down because everybody gonna think who did it. Thugger. It's a free one. That's a free one. Somebody gonna put you down just to put you down where I'm from.
What have you seen happen to snitches in Baton Rouge? Give me an example.
I'm not giving you no example on no damn TV.
Okay. Well, I'll put it like this. I talked to Tony Yayo about this. And I remember he even mentioned this in some of his songs when I went back and listened. He heard of someone took a snitch, tied him up, and put peanut butter all over his legs and threw him in a basement filled with rats. And let the rats just basically eat him, just chew on his legs. There was also a situation where they made a snitch eat an actual shit sandwich. Imagine sitting down at a table, they bring you a little plate, say bon appetit, give you a little napkin, maybe give you some water to wash it down with. They say, go ahead, eat that. Yeah, well, look, Young Thug actually tweeted, "Gonna stop acting like we friends" on the interview. I don't know you, my guy. And then people are saying it might be fake. He got hacked because right afterwards, the tweet got removed. But Gunna's brother basically screen captured it and said, "Trust and believe the feeling is mutual."
Yeah.
So Young Thug and Gunna are not cool.
Nah, ain't nobody gonna be cool with you after that.
But look, I remember we talked about.
Not no street nigga, and I feel like Thug a real street nigga.
I mean, Thug didn't cooperate the whole time.
No.
He sat there for 2 years, kept his mouth shut, let his lawyer do his job. How much do you think it would cost Brian Steele to represent you in a federal murder case? in 2024 after what he just did for Thug? How much, what kind of check? Because you know what's funny, right? You know what's funny is, I don't know if I told you this or not, but, you know, I think I asked you how much Drew Finling, like, charged you to represent you, and you threw that number out, and Drew called me, like, not upset.
He called me like, that was 4 years ago. That was a state case. What are you doing?
I got that same phone call. He's like, man, Vlad. He's like, Vlad, man, you messing up our fees right now. Boosie's quoting old numbers on a state case. We don't charge that anymore. We charge way more. Yeah. How much do you think Brian Steele charges right now for a federal murder case after what he just did?
Probably in the millions.
In the millions?
Yeah, in the millions.
Well, you want to stay out of prison? There you have it.
Yeah.
There you have it. And from what I understand is, like, when it comes to criminal cases like this, because, you know, like, I deal with, like, lawyers, you know, civil lawyers, people try to sue me, I try to sue people, whatever else, you know, I've gone through it both ways. But usually with those lawyers, you pay them a retainer, and then you pay them a chunk here, and then they'll bill you whatever. I remember I talked to Drew about this. He goes, oh, no, ain't no retainers, ain't no. You pay the whole amount up front, the entire whole amount, and then we go to bat for you. That's how it works, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. They're like, we're not going to wait for you to give us some more money. No, pay us the whole amount.
You got to have that money.
You got to have that money.
Yeah.
How much do you think you spent on legal fees if you look at your whole life?
Man.
Not civil, but criminal legal fees. Do you think you spent $1 million?
Probably did.
Yeah?
Just this year fighting lawsuits, man. I mean, just this year fighting lawsuits.
Yeah.
I got so many fucking law, bro. Just this year fighting lawsuits.
Well, but remember when the YSL trial first started and Gunna took his plea deal and a whole bunch of other people took plea deals, and it was like 15 years probation, 25 years probation. And you called it rat recycling bins?
The revolving door.
The revolving door. Where basically,
yeah, that's what they put you in. That's what they come at. That's what they tried to put me in, the revolving door. 5 years, 10 years.
Yeah.
If he can mess up one time in those 5 or 10 years.
You get that whole time.
That's what they love you to do, put you in that revolving door.
Right.
It's called a revolving door. They catch you, you're not gonna, when they catch you, if you have 10 years on your thing to bag up, they're not gonna let you bag up 10 years. They're gonna let you bag up 4 and make you come home again and give you that same 10. 10 years on the street. So now you on paper till you damn near 70 years old. All you gotta do, they want you in that revolving door so you can keep fucking up, bro. That's why when you get on probation, bro, we gotta.
Well, remember that happened to Young Thug's brother on Funk.
Yeah.
He got, I forgot what it was, like 10, 15 years probation. They caught him with a gun shortly afterwards. Back in prison for 5 years.
Right.
Young Thug has 15 years probation. If he violates, he can get 20 years. Do you think that Thug could go 15 years without violating?
I can't answer that. I don't know what Thug mind is.
I personally think he can.
I don't know what Thug mind is.
I think, because I don't think Thug has ever gone through what he just went through. Especially, you know, maybe he did some jail time when he was younger, but to be a multi-millionaire, to be one of the top 10 rappers in the country, and everyone works with you, from Drake to you know, every major producer.
You really gotta lock in. Like, you got, at that point, he really has to lock in. And I hope, and if Thug watching this, you gotta lock in, nigga. You gotta watch everybody around you. They gonna be sending people, all kind of people around you to try to bring you back. You know, like, he gotta lock in and keep his circle smaller. Mm-hmm. If he keep his circle small, he can see better.
Right, because he's required to have no contact with gang members.
That's another way they'll try to lock you up.
Right.
You go to a birthday party, number gang members there. You just go and bring a present to the birthday party. Violation. You gotta be, they would end, I'm telling you, bro. You can be going to his little boy, taking your little boy to his little boy birthday party. You could be going, do a feature with somebody. That's what they try to do with me and BG. Put me and BG paper fucking work. This business. You're not supposed to be around fellas. This is. You know, that's why I had to bag up from BG, because I ain't want to get BG in trouble.
Yeah.
Like, bro, like we got an album to put out. You don't, you know, I'm just glad. Bro. As far as him, he gotta just open up his eyes and keep his circle small, because 15 years, it's a long time to do right.
Yeah.
And it's crazy.
He can't even rap about gang lyrics.
I wouldn't even be worried about that. That's just a stipulation. They can't understand what Thug say no. He rap what the fuck he want to rap about.
Okay.
They ain't gonna understand.
Man, listen, I personally think that, especially, it's one thing to be going in and out of prison when you're fucked up. You know, you don't have very much to look forward to out in the outside world, and you're broke, and maybe you're on drugs, and, you know, fuck it. Like, I'm gonna just sit down for a while, do my time. But when you're worth 30, 40, 50 million, you got fans worldwide, you're used to living in mansions, and suddenly you're thinking you might get 25, 30, 40, 45 years, and you sit in that cell for 2 years, and you manage to get one of the best plea deals I've ever heard of. I think that's going to sink in. I think he's going to be like, listen, this is my second chance. I'm not going to mess this up. I personally think Young Thug is going to get through it. That's what I think. And I don't know him personally at all. But I think that's enough to really shake someone up.
Yeah.
Because think about it. If he gets caught with a gun in L.A., because I heard he moved to L.A., because he can't live in Atlanta anymore. You get caught with a pistol in L.A., oh, that's it. You can smoke weed because it's a state case. So, if you live in California, you can legally smoke weed. But, if you test positive for drugs, like let's say you drink lean or something like that, from what I understand, it's like not all violations are the same, right? So if let's just say you test positive for drugs, they're not going to give you 20 years, right?
Nah, put you in a revolving door.
Right, like Tekashi. He's back in the feds right now. He's doing 45 days. He tested positive for meth, and he left the country without permission. Mm. And that was their star snitch. You know what I'm saying? And he got 45 days. He could have gotten like 5 years, but I guess they felt it wasn't serious enough.
Yeah.
But if Thug gets caught with a gun, that's it. He's going to get 20 years. I mean, look, his brother got 5 years.
They try to set you up. I mean, people be trying to, you just got to be real careful, man. How you going to protect yourself? That's what they be, when they take guns from celebrities, how we supposed to protect ourselves? Like, put my life in another man's hand.
Did you see the footage of YFN Lucci getting stabbed in jail?
Yeah, I saw it.
What'd you think?
Jail shit. That's how I go. Lucci, all them niggas soldiers, man. YFN soldiers.
Fulton County Jail is considered the worst jail in the country. Have you ever been locked up in Fulton County?
Yeah.
Guess how many stabbings happened in Fulton County last year?
I can imagine.
Take a guess.
200?
400.
Shit.
Every day, someone gets stabbed.
Yeah.
And certain days, more than one person gets stabbed.
Mm.
From what I was told, the jail itself is built so shoddy that you could actually dig into the walls and pull out metal wires out the walls and turn them into shanks. Or you could actually dig through the walls to get at your enemies. Like they literally, you could burrow through the walls and attack people you don't like. And they have a really bad system of trying to classify people. They're not quite sure who's in what gang. So oftentimes they put people with their enemies and it ends up being a mess. In fact, the feds actually did an investigation into the jail and said that it's literally one of the worst that they've seen. When did you get locked up in Fulton County?
I went down State Farm shit.
How long were you in there for?
A night, a day.
Oh, okay, so just nothing. Anything happen?
Nah.
A bunch of stuff happened to you. You performed at the Pull-Up Car Show in Pacific Junction, Iowa. Rob 49 was on that same show. Before the show actually started, 2 men were shot dead. Both victims were from Omaha, Nebraska. Has nothing to do with you, has nothing to do with Rob 49. But your name gets tied into it because it was your show.
Yeah.
How do you feel when you hear stuff like this?
Here we go again. I mean, that's how I be. I like, here we go again. Like when something happens, I already know it's coming. Like if Boosie anywhere around, if Boosie got something to do with it,
right?
I already know it's coming, man.
Right. Watch the victim's family try to sue you like you were somehow connected to this nonsense when you weren't even there, or the show hadn't even started.
I don't be understanding, man. I'm getting sued right now for. I had a video with a guy, and I'm the feature on the song. Before I got to the video shoot, somebody got shot and killed on the street. They suing me. You know, like, that one really made me pissed off because you know, I got a number from a whole nother state. I got nothing to do with this. I just called to the city while I'm in the city, you know, to do a video. And, you know, I would have, you lost your family member, if something like that, babe, you could have came got a couple thousand from me before you trying to blame something on me, you know. A lot of time that be them lawyers bucking them people up to try to get money out of people, but
of course,
it ain't right. You know,
because most people just settle. When
Yeah.
you look at the money that you're going to spend protecting yourself and winning, and then you look at how much they're asking for, and you figure, I can either give this to my lawyer, or I can give this to you. And if they keep pushing it and they go into depositions, it's going to cost me way more. So I'm going to pay my lawyer $50, or I could pay you $10 and be done with it. A lot of people just pay the $10, call it a fucking day. You know? Shit, I got sued over using an image that one of my guests talked about in the damn interview. I'm not going to say who, because I don't think it's totally settled yet, but it's someone that we all know. But yeah, we were talking about a photo this dude took. We put the photo in the video, and then they sued us for the photo. A lot of times, it's not even the person. It's like the person's wife is doing it, you know, or a family member or whatever else. Well, it's messed up. There was a situation where you had an arrest warrant in Houston. They say that you allegedly failed to pay an $8,800 bill for chauffeur services.
Yeah.
The look on your face is everything right now. The look on your face. You said that you resolved everything. It was just a misunderstanding.
Yeah.
But they actually have a warrant out for your arrest over this?
They had a warrant out.
Can you say what happened?
Man, bro, look, bro, like, I was getting a Sprinter. I had my kids down there taking them out or whatever. We went on a vacation, and the understanding I had with this Sprinter guy was I was gonna give him a drop, which my drops are $10,000, $15,000 for your company.
Okay.
I was gonna give him a drop.
For this limo company?
For the Sprinter, for your services, for the...
Yeah.
take us to the water park, drop us off. Next day, just take us to the water park and drop us off. So he's saying on a criminal complaint that he talked to one of my guys, and my guys told him that we would pay him. Right? Mm-hmm. So I don't know what they talked about. I'm pretty damn sure that my guy ain't tell nobody no. If I'm doing a drop for you, that is the whole hustle of it. We're not coming out no money because we're giving you this drop.
Right, it's a barter.
Yeah. Not only did I give you a drop, I gave your wife a drop for her food company also.
Just do that in.
I just threw that in there.
Yeah.
You know, he doing good business. We go out. The Sprinter gets broken into. All my stuff gets taken. My money ain't get taken. I probably had a ring in there. I ain't really lose nothing, but all my stuff get taken, my sack, everything. I go home the next day. It's 3 months from now, and I get a warrant. My lawyer, you have a warrant and we have to fix it. I don't know what's going on. So I had to hire a lawyer and I had to get a lawyer in Austin, get to the DA, let him know what was going on. And the crazy part, the guy who's suing me, the driver or whatever, he went in the club with us. While the truck got broken into. He went in the club with us. So I'm like, okay, whatever this is, I need to do this before this gets back to my judge, my Fed judge. So I had to go to I had to send my people to Austin and get with the DA. I had to get Bryce, everybody, let them know this is a misunderstanding. I got the lawyer say, just pay it right now. I tried to pay the $8,800. They didn't want the $8,800. He said they wanted $14,000 now. You know, this, bro, I don't do no bad business. When I wouldn't, my chip, I'm not doing no bad for no fucking crumbs in the Sprinter. I could have rented a Sprinter from Avis for $300-400 a day.
Yeah.
What I look like agreeing to you for $8,800 for 2 days? No, bro. I'm just glad this shit behind me, but no, bro.
So it's done now?
Yeah, it's done.
How much you end up paying?
$14,000.
$14,000 for a bunch of nothing. And that's to make the charges go away.
Yeah.
So now there's no criminal charges and there's no civil.
Nah.
But $14,000.
That's what he wanted. That DA say he wanted for it to go away.
That's extortion.
It is.
Yeah.
I have a great case. I have, but I'm letting that get all behind me. I just feel like it was a misunderstanding. That's how I was feeling, but as I look back on it, like.
Well, this is why sometimes, man, well, not sometimes, but I think every time you should have some sort of written correspondence, whether it's an email, a text message, a handwritten note.
Right.
I don't like leaving things, like, you know what I'm saying? Like.
And then he had none of that on the criminal complaint about my drops.
Like, just left that part out.
You on my Instagram on a drop for free?
Yeah.
You think I got nothing for that? Like, we had this understanding. I needed, bro. I was pissed. That kind of ruined my month there because, you know, it was 4 days before I went to court for my other stuff. But I'm just glad we was able to get it done like that, and I got that behind me.
Well, Diddy is currently in jail. He did his third plea deal attempt, and the judge was supposed to rule on it today, but he needs to go over the evidence, so he's going to rule on it, I believe, next week. But you actually spoke on this. When you talk about Diddy, you said, I feel Diddy in jail for basically doing what every other famous entertainer has done. Flew bitches out for some threesomes. He just freakier. We actually go call women prostitutes who fly in willingly to be with their partners for sex. That's the case. If you've been flued out, or you had sex, you should be labeled a prostitute. That's the case that 8% of the women reading this and trafficking. Hell nah. You're a celebrity. You got to fly pussy in. How else you going to get pussy? You're never in one place. When I saw that video, I was pissed off at the dude like he really got a problem. But facing life in prison for basically doing what so many other entertainers has done? Nah. Man, flying in women has become like dangerous these days. Like,
I
I'm sorry, baby, I would fly you. I'd buy a plane ticket, but then I'll be human trafficking, so never mind.
Yeah. I just said that and I was to me and my boy was just, you gotta be careful who you fly in now. Cause on Mad Day, she can turn that around.
Well, I mean, listen, you have to,
and
I think there has to be a very clear level of communication, like, I'm not flying you in.
Vlad, anybody you fuck, let's go in the real world. We finna get to the fucking real world with rappers.
Let's go.
And anybody, lawyers, this go for politicians, anybody.
Let's go.
When you fly pussy in, as a player, as a mannerism, you ain't gonna send that bitch back with nothing. You ain't gonna send her back with nothing. If it ain't nothing but $300-400 for her to get through the airport. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And if she come to you buy her nice, men with power get off on buying women nice things. It doesn't make her a slut. It doesn't make her like she sold herself for those things. If you flew to me, and I gave you $1,000 to go home with, if that's sex trafficking, if we gonna call that sex trafficking, we done let them build up a tool that gonna take down every successful black man that got, cause mother, you know what's going on right now?
It's not just black men, hold
well,
on.
Well, we're not black men, I don't get,
yeah.
But it's
don't
hard
just
on
put
us.
it on black men.
Okay, but it's
Every
hard
man
on us.
does this to a certain degree.
Every man does, tennis players,
right,
golf players, police, everybody. It's mannerism to give that woman something who done gave her, who she done gave you her body. It's mannerism to take her out and get her something. You ain't shit, you send her back with a motherfucking hot pussy. Give her something, it's hard out here for a woman. Give her $500, give her $1,000. Come on, y'all fucking wrong. Like, come on, that's fuck a Rico. That's a freako. He got a fucking freako.
Diddy got a freako.
He got a freako. No bond for that. It's the power, the bigger the money, the bigger the hunting. Always remember that. The bigger the money, the bigger the hunting. No bond for that? For being a freak? When all these fucking freaks out here? That's do you ever went on Twitter? Everything freaky. He got a freako. I don't see nothing that's damn.
It's a freako.
It's a freako.
It's a freako.
Yeah, but that's how God works, bro. He punishing him for shit he done got away with. That's all we go to jail for.
Okay.
When you go to jail for shit you done got away with. You think you done got away with it. Now you're facing it now.
Right.
He just gotta get close with God, but that's they fucking that's a freako.
I mean, that's what happened to OJ, right?
That's a freako.
He beat the murder case, but then, trying to get
We
his
ain't
stuff
talking
back.
about no murders and all that. We ain't
No,
talking.
but I'm saying he got punished for the thing he got away with.
Right.
See what I'm saying?
That's how God works. It's the
amount of time
universe.
he got for just trying to get his stuff back
It's the universe.
was like 35 years or something.
I just wrote a
Murderers
movie
get-
called Karma, the Universe. It's coming back.
Well, apparently, inmates are fighting each other to try to make Diddy's bed. He's like a real superstar there. But I guess the feds are saying that he's used like 8 other inmates' phone privileges to make calls. And also when he was making those calls, he was 3-weighing people in, which is illegal as well.
Right.
So they're basically using this information
Try to take his phone privilege.
Well, take his phone privileges and also deny him bail. Because he's trying to get out still.
Nah, that's the tactics they use, like you being, but nah, we just trying to get out to our people and talk to our people, and it's, you got somebody on the side you with it, who will do that for you.
I get it. I get it. But according to, what the feds filed, they say the defendant has shown repeatedly, even while in custody, that he will flagrantly and repeatedly flout rules in order to improperly impact the outcome of the case.
They know good and well, damn. They just want you in prison, bro. They know good damn well Diddy ain't running. Yeah, everybody fucking, all them damn, that boy gonna be on TV every day in the bed with his children. Love, I miss it. Man, Diddy ain't fucking up no Diddy. If anybody that learned they lesson,
it's Diddy.
He ain't never been. He ain't never been.
Oh yeah, no, this is probably the longest Diddy has not gotten any pussy.
He ain't with that much power, billionaire power.
Yeah.
You know, and the longer he's sitting there to sink in, I don't think it is synced in yet. It might haven't synced in yet that I'm here and I ain't going nowhere.
Yeah.
Cause he's still fighting for bail. Them first 2 months, it ain't really. See, when you get about to that motherfucking 5th, 6th month, and that's when you become easy. It becomes easier because you settle that I'm here.
Yeah.
When you take that stress off you, that save everything, bro.
Yeah, I remember Quando was describing that. He said that when he got locked up and it didn't look like he was going to get a bail, he just went into jail mode. He said,
yeah.
Okay, I'm going to get these ramen noodles here. I'm going to get this kite here. I'm going to start getting this stuff together. All right, this is how I'm going to get my clothes and blah, blah. And he's like, okay, I'm going back into jail mode again. But he got out.
Yeah.
But he said he mentally prepared himself to stay.
Yeah, you got to.
You did that.
Yeah, all the time.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not the sad prisoner.
Nah, you're the happy prisoner?
Nah, yeah, I'm the one who bring life to everybody and get everybody.
Well, yeah, I mean, the trial's supposed to be May 5th, but I don't think it's going to happen. I think there's going to be superseding indictments. There's going to be more witnesses. They're going to push it back, lawyers. You know what's crazy? Who explained this to me the other day? When it comes to the biggest difference between the state and the feds, when it comes to the actual trial, which is why the feds have this 98% conviction rate, is that if the state has a witness against you, you're allowed to cross-examine the witness, to have a deposition with the witness and get all the information about the witness and find out what he's going to say ahead of time and so forth. In the feds, they could keep that witness secret, not even tell you who it is. And during the trial, they put him on the stand and you could cross-examine him, but you have no preparation. You see what I'm saying? Which is a very dangerous situation. Did you go through this at all?
Say it again.
Like when you had your Fed case, were they bringing up witnesses that your lawyer had to just kind of work with right then and there?
Nah, I don't think so.
Well, yeah. Well, your case probably was a little bit different, but I'm saying that's what it is. You don't know what you're going to get during that trial.
Yeah.
And whatever you're going to get during that trial is going to be a lot more than what they offer you in the plea. So most people just plead out, even if they didn't do it, because they don't want to blow a trial in the feds.
Yeah.
Nobody's really standing up for Diddy. Meek Mill, remember he had the matching outfit with Diddy? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
There was a video of Meek Mill, and he said, no Diddy. His own man, who Diddy probably took him shopping for that outfit and everything else like that, who they had parties with, and he probably looked up to him like a big homie, is now saying no Diddy.
No Diddy gang, Meek Melly in real life, don't ever disrespect me, you heard?
That shit, Meek. Yeah, Meek.
Does that surprise you?
I feel like Meek shouldn't have said that if he fuck with Diddy.
I agree.
Out of respect for, you trouble or not, you don't go there, You ain't gonna hear me saying no Diddy and all that.
Well, but you don't really know Diddy like that.
I know, but I done met Diddy, I done, met him a couple times, had conversations with him, so
Just
he's somebody I look up to, so I ain't.
All right, just left New York City, hooked up with P. Diddy.
Yeah.
That's a real line.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, listen, do you feel like there's really friends in the music industry? Or do you feel like everyone is just out for themselves and if given a chance to
I
save their
think
own
you can
careers?
have friends in the music industry,
Okay.
but and you got to cherish those friendships.
Who do you think is your real friend in the music industry? You take the money away, you take the potential business away, take social media away, they will still rock with you no matter what to the end.
Shit, Jizza, I mean,
Who?
BG,
BG, okay.
you know, people who know me.
You just named one person, and you and I know hundreds of rappers. Literally, we know hundreds of rappers. You name one. Name another. Wow, it's crazy that you
I
can't
don't know,
name.
man.
Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
crazy you can't name anybody right now.
Gotta be people who know I'm really like that, you know, not just this rap shit. And people know, you gotta know I'm really like that. Like,
Yeah, I mean, you got to be tested. You know, I remember when I went through some shit when everyone was trying to cancel me. Like, it was cool to see the people that were really in my corner. Like, for example, Willie D. That's like my actual friend.
okay.
When I was going through what I was going through, me and Willie spoke, and he said, I don't agree with your stance. I don't agree with how you're handling this. But I respect why you're doing it, and you're my friend, and I will never, ever say anything about you publicly. And that was that. And we've been rocking for years since then.
Yeah.
But there's not too many Willie D's in my life. I can tell you that.
Yeah.
Very rare.
Yeah, ain't too many like Jill, you know, somebody who I feel we ever got in a situation, you know, he wouldn't tell on me, I wouldn't tell on him.
Okay, well, NBA YoungBoy, who's locked up right now, just released or they leaked a song called Active, and they're saying there's a diss song towards you. So there's a couple lines in it where it says, pussy, they got mad, so they go noosey me. I take a legend head for cheap, huh? Bitch, gonna go to sleep. IBYB, tear up the car. That be that bleak. So Noosey and Bleak got mentioned in those three lines. And those are both people that you know.
Say the line again, Vlad. I ain't heard it. Let's say the line again.
Pussy, they got mad, say he gon' Noosey me. I take a legend head for cheap, huh? Bitch, gonna go to sleep. IBYB, tear up the car. That be that bleak. Blah.
I don't know if that's a diss. I mean, it's, man, I don't know if that's a diss, man. I mean, if he diss me, he miss me, you know.
If he missing you, he missing you.
But at the same time, if he don't love me, it's fuck me. But I mean, well, I be bipolarism up, like, bro. Like last time when after I got on the phone with him, it was all love, man.
Right, because you guys had a phone call before you went to jail.
Yeah, and before that, the first diss shit, we had me and him and Stunner was on the phone. 2 days before that.
They dissed you.
Yeah, me and him was Stunner on the phone. We talking about making moves. And the next 2 days, I mean, I talked to YB before he went to jail. Like, I don't know. I guess it's a love-hate relationship. I don't know.
Well,
I
you
guess
guys come from the same place. You guys are both from Baton Rouge.
Yeah, but I ain't looking. I mean, I don't know it. I don't know who I be, man. I just, you know, I kind of look over it, man. I ain't finna be going rapping back and forth with no YB. You know, that was my little dog at one time. You know, even though that ain't my dog like that now, but that was my little dog at one time, man. And if he still feeling some type of way, I don't know, but I just, you know, it ain't no bloodshed, so I ain't dwelling on that, Black, you know. But
we also don't know
if it is a diss, but I don't know.
We also don't know when the song was recorded. YB's in jail right now. So did he tell them to release it? Did it get leaked? It's not an official release. I don't see it like on Spotify or nothing.
Yeah, I know. I just woke up this morning and it was just all over my fucking phone. Boosie, what he did, I mean, I don't know. Album might be coming out. It might be trying to sell an album, bro. I don't know. But
Okay.
I don't feel it's no, it ain't no beef or nothing like that. YB could be mad at you and the next day he don't,
Well, and also, the reality is that NBA YoungBoy is a drug addict, right? I mean, look at what he just went through with the 128 charges of prescription pills and everything else like that. There's pictures of him with pills all around him. It's clear that he has drug issues, drug addiction. So he could be one way and then he gets high and then suddenly he's not, in his right mind. He just decides to just go off the barrel. And then that gets recorded and it gets leaked out. And then next thing you know, there's a diss song. I don't know. I've never met YB, so never talked to him. I don't have any connection to him.
YB knows what's happening with me, man. I don't take it no way. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't. If I ain't gonna listen to it, I ain't taking no way. Like I ain't go to the thing and go listen to it. Man, I'm trying to better myself and better my hustle. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got time to rap about no young niggas. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got time to rap about no young niggas, I want they fans.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Free YB.
Yeah.
There you have it. Well, since our last interview, Justin Johnson, a.k.a. Straight Drop, got sentenced to life in prison for the murder of Young Dolph.
Yeah.
And in fact, I think they gave him another 50 years. You and Dolph were cool.
Yeah.
In fact, I think you said that Dolph told you were the reason he started rapping.
Yeah, Dolph gave me my flowers on stage at a concert. Yeah, he gave me my flowers on stage. He said I'm the first rapper that made him want rap. 2006, I came down there. I had black two-door Bentley on them 20s, and I was looking for weed out there, and Dolph sold me 2 ounces of weed. Young nigga pull up, sell me 2 ounces of weed, and when I pull off in that black Bentley, he say, man, this nigga got all this shit from rapping, I'm finna rap. And that meant everything to me, bro. Like that me motivating a legend, that meant everything to me, bro.
Yeah, it's sad because, we have an interview with Dolph. I didn't do it myself, but we had one on there. Dolph was mad at me over our interview. Remember when he said he turned down, was it 20 million?
20 million?
20 million.
Oh,
He's like,
yeah.
He's like, what's wrong with Dolph? And I'm like laughing, and Dolph's like, man, you laughing too hard.
Young Dolph, I guess, turned down a $22 million deal. You heard about that?
Oh, yeah? What the fuck wrong with Dolph? I didn't get that much money. A $22 million solo deal? Yeah.
Is you mad at me because I want to interview with you? And I'm like, we actually did an interview with you, but I thought it was funny. I didn't feel no type of way. I thought it was really sad when he got killed, man.
Yeah.
Left kids behind. Just a messed up situation. How did you feel when Straight Drop got sentenced to the murder?
I don't feel no type of way. I don't put myself in that like that.
Yeah.
I'd kill myself if I put myself in all that shit like that.
Yeah.
You'll forget about you.
Well, after Dolph gets killed, Yo Gotti's brother, Big Juke, gets killed. Did you know Big Juke?
Yeah, Juke was my boy.
Oh, that was your friend?
Yeah, that was my boy.
Well, in the trial, in the Justin Johnson Straight Drop trial, they say that Juke had a $100K hit on Dolph. Straight Drop only got $800 for that hit. Can you imagine killing somebody and your reward is a PlayStation? and maybe a game or two.
You don't know if that's true or not. Bro.
We don't know if it's true, but it sounds insane. There's also a 50K hit on Key Glock, and there are some other people that had alleged hits on him. I don't know if it's true or not, but it's a messed up situation. It's a messed up situation. And the fact that both, people were getting killed on both sides, there was other shootings and murders that were happening, man, is sad. It's sad. And I don't, honestly, I looked into it and I tried to figure out what the beef was between Dolph and Gotti, and I haven't really figured it out. There's rumors that Gotti wanted to sign Dolph, and when Dolph said no, then that was a problem. I heard it was maybe over a girl. I heard there was the people they affiliated with it had some street beef. But regardless, man, you had two very successful men who did very well in the music industry on their own. Dolph had a great career. Gotti has a great career. And it's sad when it devolves into violence and anything else like that, and these breadwinners get taken out.
We don't say that when we egging on the beef. The whole world never say that when they egging on the beef. When everybody put on a song, everybody egging out, nobody don't be saying that. We feel like that right now, but when it's egging on, it's all fun and games. When everybody promoting the beef against other rappers, they love it. That's the song you'll go watch, go listen to before you listen to his whole album. You won't hear the song when he talking about somebody. That's why Karma come back around like that a lot of times, bro. This shit be crazy, man. Man, we gotta, you know how many people miss Dolph, man? And miss Big Jook, man? It fed a lot of people, bro. We just, we as on the outside looking in, we just think about that shit a couple days and whatever else on social media after that, but they families, they children, they brothers and they cousins, them people hurt for that shit. Them people slanging iron, people hurt for that shit, so. That's why I hate that rap beef shit, bro. I hate it, bro. I just hate it. I ain't never seen nothing good come from it. Never. But some records sold that the black man ain't gonna get the money for.
Now look, most times when I have rappers that are beefing and I've interviewed both rappers, I always try to bring up, how can y'all fix this? Is there a way that I could help out since I know both of y'all? Can I get y'all on three-way? Can you guys let bygones be bygones? I've done this over and over again. Hasn't worked very often, but doesn't mean I'm not gonna try.
Yeah. That's why you gotta try to kill stuff before bloodshed start. Cause once somebody die, everything is off the table.
It's off the table.
Ain't nothing no interviewer can do, ain't nothing no podcaster, ain't nothing nobody can do. Because it's a mom, it's a sister, it's a brother, it's a friend. And it's you gotta feel that same pain as that next person. And one of those people gonna make you feel that pain. So that's just how it goes. It just
Well, I'm not gonna tell anybody how to live, but there's a famous quote by Gandhi that says, "An eye for an eye leaves the whole world blind." See what I'm saying?
No. Now what the fuck you just said? Eye for eye, leave the whole world blind.
If you keep poking out other people's eyes because your eye got poked out, pretty soon no one's gonna have any eyes left. The whole world's gonna be blind with no eyes.
What the fuck you talking about?
Okay. I go and poke out your eye. You get revenge, you poke out my eye. For someone else, I got beef with, I poke their eye out.
How you gonna poke their eye and both of your eyes poked out already?
Well, by the time both your eyes are gone, you can't do very much.
How you gonna poke out eye? Your eyes poked out.
Well, by the time you lose both your eyes, you can't do a whole lot. But I'm saying, leading up to it, you out there poking eyes. I know, it sounds a little crazy.
You poke out. Who else I we gonna poke out? How shit go? Bro,
I don't know, man. Listen, I'm 51, man.
Hey,
I don't.
I see what you say. If you keep on doing dirt, it gonna catch you.
It gonna keep, and everyone's gonna ultimately suffer until somebody says, "I'm gonna let it go."
Yeah.
I'm gonna let it go. You know.
And with social media these days, it's a never ending stop. Like, you know, like it's no morals involved. It's no respect involved. Like if you get in trouble, it's like they attack your family, your kids. It's like certain shit used to be off limits, bro.
Yeah, but I feel like because social media exists now, and
I just said that social media.
Social media exists, and you know that nothing is off limits. I feel like you have to thicken up your skin a little bit.
Yeah, you feel like if you shine on it, you gotta hurt on it. That's how you feel?
Yeah.
When it's time to shine on it, you shine. When it's time to hurt on it, you hurt. That's the way you feel, Black.
I just feel like people talking about smoking dead homies or dead relatives or talking about your family and your kids, things that used to be things that you would really get violent over 5, 10, 20 years ago, you have to just let it go these days. Because you realize that these people are just, they know that these...
Yeah, I would agree on that.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, they trying to trick you out of the shit.
They're trying to trick you out of your freedom. Because if you go and, you know, I mean, look, man, one of the early situations in VladTV that really kind of got us known to a certain degree was the Joe Budden and Ransom beef. It was like Joe Budden dissed Ransom. It was like a local Jersey rapper at the time. Ransom, you know, when we reached out to Ransom and said, hey, you know, did you want to respond to this? He's like, yeah, I want to respond to this, because nobody had a platform back then. You know, no one really had big social media accounts. You know, they counted on platforms like VladTV. So I sent one of my people to go interview Ransom, and Ransom responded to Joe. And in the process, he starts talking about how Joe's girlfriend, Tahiri, used to fuck with Fabulous. Joe fucking went through the roof and got a crew together and went to fucking confront Ransom on his block. And some shit happened. Some shots got fired. Ransom ended up going to jail. Like, you know, and then Ransom sent me a video of him going to Joe Budden's man and slapping, you know, his man slapped him, you know, in front of his house. And it was just a whole bunch of nonsense because Joe got his feelings hurt because this dude talked about his girl. And Fabulous actually used to date her before Joe got with her. It's not like he was lying, but he was trying to, like, you know, press buttons. And I just feel like if someone says something about me on social media and I go and take it to the next level, and look, man, we all got people that'll go and crash out for us, right? We all got this. We all got someone that'll go do something violent on your behalf just to get in your good graces. And I feel like you just can't do that anymore. Back in the day, you could do it, and it's just between y'all, but now it turns into a situation where you might lose your freedom. You have to just hear certain things. The Charleston Whites of the world have taken it to the extreme. And look, and he's had situations where people have beat him up, you know, on stage, in the barbershop, in Miami. He's had to pepper spray multiple people. He's had to pull out knives on people. He has to deal with the repercussions of him doing that. But if you look, nobody notable that Charleston White has ever talked about has ever done anything to him. It'd always be like a random person.
Right.
That's probably trying to clout chase and get to Charleston's level.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So I just feel like you just got to let it go these days, man.
Yeah.
You just have to realize that this person probably doesn't even mean it. They just know it'll bring a lot of likes and retweets, and they might get on the shade room off of you. And
yeah,
if you entertain it, it'll make it even bigger.
Right. If you let it go, like, it should have died out.
Yeah, it just dies down. And a lot of times, man, you have conversations with people and they apologize. And you know what I'm saying? It's just, oh, I didn't really mean it like that. I was just trying to I was trying to get some clicks. You know? Well, last time we did an interview, Fulio had just gotten killed. Now, most of the people are caught. The girl that gave their location, she's cooperating. She's pregnant. And the interrogation footage actually came out with one of his alleged killers. Did you see that? So basically, like, the cops, and people are trying to say that I sound like one of the cops. You know, people have a field day with me. But the cop is basically like laughing at Fulio's murder. He's like, oh, this guy, I'm surprised he didn't get killed earlier. You know, he's desecrating people's graves and talking about dead people and all that. You know, he got what he deserved. And they're like, the cops are laughing at this young man getting murdered. Was that surprising?
Don't surprise me at all. I done heard it all from cops.
Yeah.
Especially the big ones, like when you get caught and you a badass, like they be happy as fuck. I know one dude got, they walked straight on there, like, they finally got him. They finally got you. Yeah.
If you were to guess, what percentage of cops are decent people that are just doing their job and, you know, care about the job that they do and just want to improve the overall community and don't want to see innocent people getting hurt and activities that actually bring down the community, as opposed to people that are like, listen, I like fucking with people. I like having a badge.
I say probably 70%.
7% what?
65, 70% there to do the right thing and make it. You got 5% there before to just clock some fucking hours in and get back home. They don't give a really fuck what happened. You got 15% in there, motherfucker, to cause hell. They were cops made by what they happened to them in school. So they have a motive on their shoulder to fuck over everybody. You always got that 15%. That's the same thing with people. Cops are people. They people.
Yeah.
So you gonna have a certain amount that's crooked as fuck. You gonna have a certain amount that's there just to be there. You gonna have a certain motherfuckers there just to fuck over people. But I don't think all cops are bad. I run into several good cops, bro. Several motherfuckers who just from the look in their eyes, from the meeting we done had in these couple hours, I feel like have a genuine love for me. Shaking. It's Boosie, man. You been everything to me, bro. Like, you know, like, ready to shoot your ass for me. Like walking out in front of me when we leave the thing. I'm talking about, Boosie, I love you. Like, they got really, you know, all cops ain't bad cops, bro. Like, it's just that certain fucking bad apples make spoil the what? Whole bunch, you know?
Well, I think that
that's what we do as street dudes. We take what a couple cops doing and we blame it on the rest of them.
Yeah, I mean, they say absolute power corrupts absolutely.
Yeah.
Meaning that you give someone a whole bunch of power that they never had it before, and you tell them, like Trump is trying to say, you can't be prosecuted for your actions.
Right.
You could legally shoot people.
Right.
And look.
That authority, I just told you when he was a kid, he never had that authority. You know,
and think about it, right?
They kicked him in his ass. Go get the kickball. Threw the glove at him. Talked about his big teeth. Called him big back. He fucking wants revenge. The girl who he was loving, she got fucked by the little guy who was stuck in that school. Mary, who he loved. She got fucked.
Mary.
She got fucked by Brandon, the football star with the tattoos. He is dramatized. Yes, he is dramatized, man. His parents went through a divorce. He been one fuck up the man who looked like the man who fucked his mom.
Yeah.
He has him tied in his head. Some people are fucked up and going to that job to establish power. And death comes with power.
Do you know who hates snitches more than gangsters? Cops. See what happens when a cop snitches on other cops. The blue wall of silence. Cops hate snitches. They like snitches when it helps them do their job.
Right.
But they hate when their coworkers are snitches.
Are y'all snitches listening to this? All snitches in the world listening. I've got millions listening. You're listening to this, snitches? Are you listening to this? Because after you tell, they're not going to protect you.
Right.
They're not going to, it's not like the movies on AMC where they sit with the box car in front of your house and watch your house.
No. They're not going to protect you.
They don't do that. You walk to the store, they walk in front of you, down the street. While you walking, you got to tell them it's not like that. So all you snitches, y'all got to remember that. You know, y'all got to remember that when your child get teased at school, blame you. When your cousin get teased, when your ex-wife get talked about, and blame you.
And here's what's interesting. I didn't realize how this works because, I'm not in this life, but I interviewed this guy named Joe Barone. He was the FBI's longest serving informant in mafia history. And what he said was, which I never really realized before, once you start working as an informant with the police, it's over when they say it's over. When you say, okay, you want to bust this person? Okay, I'm going to get you this information. And okay, that's great. We're going to need some more. Well, what do I get in return? No guarantees. We'll speak to the judge and we'll make a recommendation, but it's up to the judge. It's not up to us. And that's the thing. I think like for 15 years, he had to snitch. They wouldn't let him off that wheel. He had to keep cooperating. And there's always the threat of, well, we could always expose you. And then you'll end up in a box somewhere. Once you start that informant, that snitching, the police or the feds, they decide when they're done with you. And that could be after you take the stand against everybody. So a lot of times, man, you just take your time. Listen, you messed up. You take your time, you take your penalty, and you try to do better later on. But once you start being an informant, you start working with those guys, 5 years later, you might still be on that same situation. And when I heard that, it's like, oh, okay, that's crazy. Well, YNW Melly, by the time this part of the interview comes out, might be out of prison. Well, out of jail, actually, because he's still facing his trial. You were going to his trial at one point.
Yeah.
But you were causing too much attention.
Yeah.
But yeah, at this point, the judge actually said that the prosecution has to prove why they've kept him in jail for this long. And unless they can prove it, they're going to let him out on bail. He's been in for what, 3-4 years now?
Probably about 4 or 5
Probably
years.
about 4 or 5 years. He was in there way before Young Thug.
Yeah, about 5 years.
Yeah. Listen, I don't know the situation, but he should at least get bail. He hasn't breathed air. And, I mean, that's like all high school. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, imagine that. And you actually know.
Yeah.
Have you guys talked at all over the phone?
No, I ain't talked to Melly over the phone. I used to talk to his mom. Talk to his mom on the phone. I fuck with his mom. She a real woman. And I went and supported him a couple of times at the trial. I enjoy going to murder trials.
You have 8 kids right now.
Yeah.
But you're about to have number 9. And you did the whole gender reveal.
Yeah.
And once again, you having a girl.
No.
This is girl number 6.
Yep. I'm a daddy's girl, man.
You make twice as many girls as you make boys.
I did not want no girl.
Girls are great though, man.
Yeah.
Girls are great.
Yeah. I'm so excited. Now I'm more, since I'm having a girl, it's like I'm more excited though. Like, I don't know why I just got excited for the girl now since I'm having a girl. I just can't wait to spoil her and, you know, hear her say, Daddy, you know, I've been waiting on this. You know, I thought something was wrong with me. I was finna go jack off and nut in the cup. And
to check your sperm?
Yeah, I was finna try to put them in her.
Okay.
But she came back and I was coming off a road trip. I had been gone like 5 days and I walked in and they had a big old surprise for me. You about to be a daddy again. And I was so excited, man. I'm happy to be a father again.
Well, you said that as soon as she has the baby, you're gonna get her pregnant right away so you can have a boy. You're not even waiting for the stitches to heal or nothing, huh? Just right back in there.
Soon as your head get out that wheelchair. I'm gonna sit on this motherfucker.
So this is baby number 9.
Yeah, it's 9 right here.
You going for 10?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have a number in your head where you'll say you'll
when
stop?
I was little, I used to always tell my grandma, but I was playing then. I used to always tell my grandma I'm gonna have 10 children. I used to always, everybody would tell you that. I used to always tell my grandma I had 10 children. And I want 10, man. I think I want a couple more because all my kids, I had my kids young, so I kind of want them 4-4-year-olds again, 4, 5, 6, and 7. I want that again.
It's a fun age.
Yeah,
it's a fun age.
I really miss that again with Ivan and Ty them, so I kind of want that. I want stepping stones. I want, but for the same woman.
Oh, so you want to have more kids with her?
Yeah, I ain't doing all the mother baby.
Well, you said one of your big regrets is having so many different baby mothers.
Right.
So you have how many baby mothers once this child is born?
Hold on, I gotta count.
Go ahead.
This would be my 7 baby mama.
9 kids, 7 baby mothers.
I got 3 kids for one, so what that make?
Well,
that makes 7, right?
Yeah.
I got 3 kids
you're right.
for
3
one.
from one, and then 6 other women. Every other baby mother has one child.
Yeah.
So 6 from 6 different women, and then 1 gave you 3. That adds up to 9.
Yeah.
Have you ever had all of them in the same room?
All the women?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. At my functions, like when I have big shit like Boosie bash and shit like that.
Nah, I'm not talking about functions. I'm talking about like at your house in an intimate setting.
I don't know. For Christmas, my baby mamas be at the house together.
Okay, so all your...
Yeah, my baby mamas ain't got no problems with none of them. They don't have...
No one's ever trying to fight each other or nothing else
When
like
they
that?
was young.
Okay.
When they was young, but...
So they've actually fought each other?
Yeah.
Fist fights?
Yeah. Fucking right.
Would you try to break it up or just let them fight?
Nah, I don't never be there. I don't never be there when they fight. But nah, they don't have no problems with... I'm cheering grown. They ain't got time for that shit. None of my baby mamas don't got no problem with each other.
Has your girl met your other kids' mothers?
Yeah.
How'd they get along?
I mean, I don't know if they didn't actually sat down and met.
Okay.
But they been the same places and spoke with each other, they done spoke with each other, but I mean, they good. I mean,
So is this your fiance or your girlfriend?
why you doing me that, man?
Because she's been referred to as your fiance, like in the media and stuff like that.
Why you doing me that, man?
Listen, man, if y'all do get married,
Bruh, it's
I have
just,
two
bruh,
words for you.
Every time she go live, they on her brother.
Listen,
we living
listen,
right now.
If y'all do decide to get married, 2 words: prenup.
Yeah.
That will be the best decision you'll ever make in your entire life. You know, you'll call me one day and say, Vlad, I'm so glad I listened to you. Here's $100,000. You just saved me $10 million. Here's a new Rolex. Thank you so much for being so pushy with me that day. I'm so glad I did it. Well, a lot of people have gotten out of prison since our last interview. The most notable is Big Meech.
Yeah.
You've been a big fan of Meech. You've always spoken highly about him.
I want to meet him.
You never met him?
Nah, I hope.
Yeah, I met him. I mean, I told the story a million times. I met him back in the day.
Yeah.
But, and he actually, you know what's funny is I actually posted a picture of Tony Ayo, 50 Cent, Uncle Murder, and Big Meech together. And Meech actually liked the photo and commented on it. That's how I found his Instagram. I'm like, oh, he actually has an Instagram.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? He got his teeth done.
Okay. Yeah, I saw that.
Because Meech was originally locked up in 2005. He took a 30-year plea deal for running a continuous criminal enterprise, a CCE. He ended up doing 19 years. Now, you spoke to Meech in prison?
I think I spoke to Meech. In prison. I'm not sure. I don't know. But I hope, you know, I fuck with Lil Meech, so hopefully Lil Meech can introduce me to Pops. You know, I love to meet a legend. You know, I'm a person who really tip his hat to dudes like that. But dudes like that supposed to have statues. You know, dudes like that who stood up and ain't take nobody with them. Like the dude like that whose name was big like that and did what he did. Like us as rappers, I feel we should do something for Big Meech, you know, to glorify him, bro. I feel like, you know, a big concert where everybody do it for him, big crazy, and let him get all the fucking money.
I mean, yeah.
You know,
Sexy Red said that she wants to perform at Big Meech's homecoming
Me
concert.
3.
You too?
Me, I'm on.
For free.
You ain't paying for the McDonald's. You ain't paying for a hotel room.
Right.
Yeah.
Now,
Salute.
when people get out, accusations start to fly. And a St. Louis drug kingpin named Cuffy claims that Big Meech did a third-party cooperation against him. You heard about this?
Nah.
Yeah. So basically what they're saying is Big Meech was affiliated with this one woman who he gave his life rights to. She's one of the executive producers of Power. She actually is a snitch. You know, she actually cooperated. And what this guy is saying was that the information she gave came from Meech, because Meech was the only one that would have known this. And then she cooperated against this guy Cuffy, and he ended up getting a whole bunch of years. So they're saying it came from Meech. There's no paperwork, but this is what's circulating in the world right now.
I ain't never heard it.
Yeah. I don't know if it's true. I don't know if it's not true, but I did an interview with Ali Zoe Adam, one of the founders of the Zoe Pound. And you watched a little bit of this interview.
Yeah, I know about Zoe.
Now, the thing that stood out in this interview was at one point, well, this was when Lil Wayne and Birdman were on bad terms, and Wayne wasn't like in a real good space financially and, you know, and so forth. And Ali came in to try to manage Wayne. And in the process, according to Ali, Wayne gave him some money to put in the streets to bring back. He did it, but the money was a little bit slow in coming back. And he had an artist that he was trying to push to Lil Wayne, and he was trying to play the music, and Wayne was being like really like dismissive, like, nah, I don't want to hear this. Nah, I don't want to hear any of this. And Zoe got really upset, and he like choked up Wayne and took his jewelry. And I think they set Lil Wayne's car on fire as well. You heard about this?
Yeah, I heard about some shit about it back in the game. I ain't know no details. I heard about it back in, when I was in the,
I mean, Zoe Pound were, they were terrorizing Miami. Everyone knew about the
back
Haitian
then, you
Zoes.
already knew, Zoes was strong back then.
Yeah.
Zoes, them niggas, they had motion back then. But.
Zoes had a lot of motion, man. Listen, by the time, they were moving millions of dollars of cocaine back and forth from Haiti. That basically, and Zoe talked about this in our interview because it all came out in the paperwork, that basically they would ship millions of dollars of cocaine to Miami, and they would send cash back to Haiti, and then it kind of kept going. By the time he got busted, he owned 142 properties, a whole bunch of Subways, Dairy Queens, laundromats, and then he had like 100-something people cooperating against him.
He lost all that.
Lost all that.
That shit don't be worth. I don't care how big you get in the drug game. Your ass going down.
Yeah, he ended up doing like 18 years. And Terrence Gangster Williams was locked up with him at one point, and he talked about how he actually approached him because of his Lil Wayne connection.
Yeah.
And but he said he was deep in the yard. He had all his Haitians around him, and when he approached him, it was like he knew it could turn into something. But he said he was very like, listen, I'm not here to fight. I just want to hear the story. And Zoe explained to him, like, yeah, Wayne was just being really disrespectful and blah, blah. And he was like, all right, I understand. They shook hands and, they kept it moving. And I think, like, at one point, Zoe ended up getting into it with somebody, and he, like, poured hot oil all over him. So, some shit happened in that prison. But, well, he out now. First interview he did was with VladTV. And let me tell you, man, this caused all types of ruckus. When I put this out,
oh yeah,
so many people were hitting me. He's not the founder of Zoe Pound. He's from Carol City. Zoe Pound came from Little Haiti. Even Macazo hit me. A lot of people say was the founder.
Yeah.
He hit me. He's like, man, why you putting all this out? I'm just minding my own business here in prison because Macazo was doing like triple life. And
I know. Yeah.
I said, listen, man, I don't know this backstory. I'm giving this dude a platform, but I'll give you the same platform.
Yeah.
If you want to, call me up, I will put it out and I'll roll it out the same type of way.
I fuck with Macazo.
Yeah. I said, I ain't got no problem with anyone in Zoe Pound. You know what I'm saying? This dude got a platform, and I'll give you that same platform if you want to respond. And it'll come out exactly how you say. He's like, all right, let me get back to you on it. I haven't heard back. But, Macazo wants to speak on it. He's more than welcome to speak on it. The Yung Bleu lawsuit. Anything? Any movement? Any progress?
I just served them in Louisiana too, so I'm waiting on to hear from them in the response.
Do you think it'll get worked out in 2025? 2024 is over, pretty much. Unless some miracle happens. But do you think y'all work out? Was there any communication? Anything?
Nah, hopefully, man. I know he tired. I know I'm tired.
Everyone's tired. His career ain't what it was at one point.
I be everybody tired, bro. I just want Blue to tell a motherfucker, man, let's get past this shit, man. Get this motherfucker some money.
Man,
Give Boosie ass some money, man. Come on, man. The dude wasn't there. He ain't know about the deal. We ain't gonna get him. We probably thought he'll fuck up the deal. We ain't gonna get him, man. His brother fought this shit. Man, give him that money. Let's move on with this shit, man. Let's move on. Let's move on with this shit. So our name, come on. I'm ready to move on with this shit, bro. But money done been spent. Thought we was gonna get past it, but I guess it'll come back around to it. I prayed on this shit. I said, man, get this shit out of my mind, cause cause I don't, that type of money, I don't like to develop no hate in my heart, Vlad. As me being the person I am, that's when I'm at my weakest. And when you at your weakest, you make bad decisions. Fucked all kind of decisions. So I don't want to let that hate get in my heart. Behind millions of dollars, hate can start getting in my heart because I get that street sense. So I just said, man, whatever gonna happen with this, it gonna happen. That's how and I said, God, I didn't know nothing about this. So whatever we gotta go through this, I'm gonna stand up for my children. Cause I got damn near, I'm satisfied. I'm not gonna say I'm satisfied because I still hustle for more. But I got damn near everything a man can want out of life. The man who come from where I come from. The seed you plant, if the seed planted different, it grow different. And my upbringing to what I got now, I'm like amazing in my eyes. I am amazing to myself in my eyes. So if I let shit like that overcome that's everything gonna talk about. That's why I let this shit go really about talking about it because, I have a legacy I'm trying to withhold and gonna withhold it by not doing no pussy, doing nothing. And I don't want that to be part of my legacy, fighting my artist, Yung Bleu, and my brother for money. That's why I want this shit to be. And I hope they should feel the same way. I wouldn't want that part of my legacy neither. But when you know the situation and how it was done and me not knowing it shouldn't be that hard as men for and we dealing with people with multi-millions. You got Empire on this suit. We got all these people. It's nothing to say, hey man, get Boosie that money, man. I'll give you 10 songs.
Well, you know what?
It's that easy. I mean, I won't get this shit by me, man. Like, they got the labels paying for their lawyers.
Well, here's what I realized about myself dealing with stressful situations and feeling hate in my heart and feeling stressed out and everything else like that. I only feel that way when I am not taking the steps to address the situation, right? If I know something's fucked up and I'm not doing anything about it, that's what causes the anger and the stress and the anxiety. So in this particular situation, if I'm looking at it on the outside, you have your lawyers, you follow up. It's a process. Lawsuits don't get handled in 2 months. It takes years. I've been through lawsuits. I've been sued. I've sued people. It always takes multiple years. So as long as you're on top of your lawyers, you're paying them, they're going through the steps to resolve this, you shouldn't feel any sort of hatred or anger. Do you agree?
Yeah, I do agree, but I'm not used to it, man. I gotta get to that point where you at.
You have to get used to it.
I gotta get to that point where you at.
You gotta get used to it. You know why?
I'm not there
because
yet.
there's gonna be a light at the end of that tunnel. And there's a level of hope.
I feel like all this shit, we can say, fuck these lawyers, man. Hey, man, we can say, it ain't gotta be that.
But if they're not choosing to go with that, then you have to let the system do his job. And even if it doesn't work out at the end, you have to say, I went through the proper steps, and it ultimately didn't work out, but I did everything that I could do. So I'm not going to feel any bitterness or anger or whatever. I did what I did, and this was the outcome. Now, if you say, I forgot to file, I didn't want to pay my lawyer, I fucked up, then you could feel bad about yourself. You could feel bitterness. But if you did everything you're supposed to do, however it works out is however it works out. There shouldn't be any sort of stress around it. There shouldn't be any sort of anger. You know what I'm saying? You are too old, too rich, you have too much to lose to handle this any other way but going through the court systems. If you want to use social media, if that makes you feel better by lashing out or doing interviews, that's cool, but that's really just whatever. It's really the court system's going to determine how this ends up. Am I right?
Right.
You're not going to pull up on them. You're not going to send anybody, and he's not going to do that either. You guys are going to work through the legal system, and ultimately the legal system is designed to be fair in situations like this when it comes to civil cases. This is not, you're not going against the police, you're not going against the feds. You guys are both on equal standings, and when it comes to civil court, as long as the judge or the jury feels that you're 51% correct, then they will side with you. See what I'm saying? Just a little bit more. It could be very even, but if they feel Boosie's a little bit more credible, then you will get the whole thing. And that's just how it works. This won't be your last lawsuit. And this won't be the last time you get sued.
Yeah,
It will just keep going. And for people like us, this is the reality of which we live. And we can get mad about it, or we can just say this is just the cost of doing business. Because along with these lawsuits, we have mansions and cars and women and jewelry. And
I just feel like it could be expedited, Vlad. I know you said, I just feel like.
You can't expedite it. You gotta let it.
Man, I feel like it could be expedited. I feel like we get on the phone, I feel like.
Well, he said he's wanted to get on the phone with you, but he said that, he has problems reaching you. That's what he told me when we talked.
We ain't got no problem.
To be fair, sometimes you are hard to reach. To be fair. To be fair, there's times where I couldn't reach you. I've had to work through your road manager and stuff like that. So that's all I'm saying. Look, right now, Plies is suing Soulja Boy, Meg Thee Stallion, and Glorilla. You heard about this?
I heard about it, yeah.
And apparently it's for a song that he sampled that they all cleared. That's what I heard. And Glorilla actually sampled Wipe Me Down for a new song.
Yeah.
How did that feel?
Proud. I was happy.
Yeah. There's a picture of like you, Glorilla, and Lotto, right?
Sexy Red.
Oh, sorry, Sexy Red.
Yeah,
Okay.
I was in the video.
Okay.
Hopefully we do a remix. I get on the remix.
On the Wipe Me Down remix?
Yeah.
How would you not be on the remix? I mean, come on. Isn't that just
I'm
completely
waiting.
obvious?
I told Rex, I'm waiting.
So does that mean that you get a piece of that song?
I get a percentage of what the cut.
That's what's up. Couple more questions before I let you go. Did you flood Young Buck's house?
Yeah.
You saying it with a straight face.
Yeah.
How do you flood Young Buck's house?
I was full of egg pills and kept going to the toilet, wiping my face, shitting. I was staying in the basement for about 2-3 days. I was popping egg pills the whole weekend. I stayed at his house the whole weekend. And I overflooded that fucking man basement. That was the worst thing ever, bro.
How do you react?
Man, he ain't trip at all, man. Get some towels, wipe that shit up, man. We ain't tripping, come up here. I got another bottle, let's throw back, nigga. Niggas gambling, yeah. That nigga Young Buck motivated me. And a year after that, I had a mansion, bro. This nigga motivated me, bro. A year after that, I had a fucking mansion. I swear to God, bro. I was in a maze, 3 days just, I was amazed, bro. Then when you on X pills, everything look better. The 4-car garage look like 9. The pool look like Wet n Wild in the back. When you on X pills, everything just, the cars looking. Hey, this shit was amazing to see this shit. And it motivated me to stack my money and get it.
Yeah, I like Young Buck, man. I've known him forever, since way before VladTV, when I used to just show up to G-Unit offices with my camera when I was doing DVDs. I interviewed him some years back, man. I felt that, a lot of things came because of his decisions. And, dealing with 50, he's not always the nicest person, when he feels that he's been slighted. So certain things happen. But at this point, I believe he's out of his G-Unit deal, and he's open to actually do his own thing. And I feel like he's gotten past a lot of his, demons, and he's going forward with it. How'd you feel when you saw the Hot Boys perform together at Louisiana Fest?
Oh, I was happy for him.
Yeah,
I was happy for him. I tweeted, put me on the tour.
I know, right?
Yeah.
You know what's crazy though? Like, I was thinking about this as I was watching it, because they brought Master P on stage at one point, right?
Yeah.
To like, not to perform, but to like, I think present him with something or something like that. And like, they really like, I felt like New Orleans, this was like a crowning achievement. That this show was like a crowning achievement for New Orleans. And imagine if Mystical came on stage. It would have went crazy. But unfortunately, Mystical is in jail right now for rape again.
Yeah. Potentially
facing life in prison this time. I interviewed him before he went in. You know, before he had, you know, the other charges. Nothing to do with his arrest. But, you know, it actually kind of fucked me. I'm like, damn, like Mystical should be here right now. Did you know Mystical at all?
Yeah, I know Mystical.
Did you guys have a relationship?
Yeah, I know Mystical. Yeah, I know Mystical.
Super talented. I feel like he's one of the most talented dudes to come out of New Orleans.
Yeah.
You know?
Mystical don't miss, boy.
Yeah, I mean, he's got monster songs. Shake Your Ass. Move, Bitch. You know what I'm saying? He had the standout verse on that.
I've been knew Mystical since I was a teenager kid.
Oh, really? Oh, so you came up with him?
I ain't come up with him.
He's older, right?
Yeah, he was older. When they moved to Baton Rouge, they used to be like around my
Oh, he
way.
moved to Baton Rouge?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, when he was when he was 2000, like he was fucking my cousin. Yeah, he was fucking my little cousin.
You and Rollo. Rollo kind of started it. He said that he doesn't want to be like Boosie, a rapper doing shows in his 40s. I thought that was below the belt because you do great with shows. So you said, I'm grateful that I'm still making $150,000 a weekend and selling out shows. You're not a rapper and you'll never be one. You're right, you should be a CEO because one thing you can't do is make music. God did not give you that talent. Now, did you do a verse for Rollo while he was locked up?
Yeah.
And you didn't charge him?
Me and Rollo just had to sit down.
Oh, you guys sat down?
Yeah.
Well, because at one point he said he didn't mean to diss you. And, you know, there was some back and forth. So you guys finally sat down in person?
Yeah.
Okay. Were there a lot of people there or just the two of you?
Nah, his niggas and my niggas.
Okay, so there were some people there making sure everything was calm. How did it go?
I mean, it went cool. I mean, it went cool.
So no beef anymore?
Nah.
I'm glad, man. I've always liked Rollo. I've interviewed him twice. I don't think that Rollo snitched, based on everything I've heard. And I'd like to see you two go at it. So I'm glad you guys worked it out. You guys actually gonna do some stuff together or just gonna leave it at that?
Nah, we just gonna leave it at that, man. I mean,
good. That works too.
I ain't with that internet shit, man. We gonna let that shit go, man. It ain't about nothing.
Now, was there a situation that happened between Pimp C and C Murder back in the day?
That's what I heard.
What happened?
I heard they had tried to crowd. I mean, they had got on Pimp ass about some shit. I heard that before.
I mean, C Murder was a live wire when he was out.
Yeah.
I heard all types of situations.
I don't know if it's law, but I done heard some shit about it.
Yeah, I remember, I interviewed Pastor Troy. Remember when he was going at it with Master P?
Yeah.
You know, Ain't No Play in GA.
Yeah.
He was saying how they did a show, I think maybe in New Orleans somewhere. He said C Murder showed up like 100 deep or something. He was like, I got to figure out how to get off this stage after this performance.
We get to that venue that night, man. We know the security at the door. I got my dog, Lil Pete, with me, man. Lil Pete got a pistol with him. Get to the door, security pat us down. We know this dude. He like our neighbor. He like, oh, no, man, we can't have the guns in here, man. We can't do that tonight. All right, cool. Take the gun back to the car. We like, hey, yo, man, don't let nobody else in here with no guns either. Oh, ain't nobody coming through my door with no gun. Hell no. All right, cool. So we upstairs. It's finally about showtime. Everybody in the building. When they go to the stage, the congregation is performing first. I'm just kind of on stage, chilling, shaking hands and stuff like that. Man, in the middle of their set, I just see the crowd just start getting kind of antsy and everything, man. I'm turned one way. Man, when I turn back around, No Limit got the whole stage surrounded. I'm like, oh, shit. All I'm thinking about is really, man, they got their hands in their hoodies, man. I'm like, I know that dude at the door just, it's like, I just felt set up, man. We were stuck.
Man, see it showed up with them cut boys on that boy, man. That boy. Yeah, see live nigga, bro. See, I miss him, bro. I said free him the other day.
Yeah.
I miss that old nigga. I ain't lying, bro. I really want him home, bro, you know. I want him on this side, bro, you know. I want jokes with him. I want shoot basketball with him and shoot dice with him and take him to the casino and to the Saints games and shit, you know. He gonna be home though.
Mm. Yeah. Last question. One of my members left like 100 comments asking this. This dude, We On It 5083. He's a member of my, YouTube membership on VladTV. He said, "Hey Vlad, please ask Boosie about the Indian wedding that he got caught up in." Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
There's a picture of you, and we'll show the video. An Indian wedding happens, you're sort of there, and you're kind of trying to clap along, sort of.
I never seen that like that.
You look completely lost.
Never seen nothing like that in my life. I asked if they say, "You're in the wedding." I mean, I had to fall in. It was like a marching band, like people coming.
Oh, man.
Let me tell them what I got coming, Vlad.
What do you got coming up? That's actually my next question.
Okay, I just dropped the Russia album.
Right, we talked about that last time.
Yeah, me and Big Wayne just dropped the album called Reloaded, Side A. That's my producer from 09. I just dropped the album 4 days ago called Cold Case Files. I leaked that album out. I got another album coming out called Real Music Only, produced by Stax. That's coming out the end first of December. Me and Daz project coming out soon.
Oh, you and Daz. Okay.
Yeah, me and Spiffy coming out for New Year's. What else? I just did a casting for my next film called Twins. It's a comedy.
Is this the one I'm gonna be in?
Yeah, this the one. All
right, y'all heard this?
I give Vlad his first role.
I'm about to get my first acting role.
He's gonna be a cop.
I'm gonna be a cop.
Vlad gonna be a cop. I put him in his first role, Twins the movie.
That's right.
And I'm getting my Eddie Murphy on here. I'm playing different characters, so you gonna see me doing my thing. And what else I got going? I need everybody to follow my new IG, Boosie IG 2024.
Right. This is your 384th IG page.
This is my 450. I don't even know, but Boosie IG 2024. It also got the my winnable link on there.
Right. I heard you. By the way, I heard you begging T-Pain to tell Mark Zuckerberg.
Yeah.
To help get your account back.
Yeah,
When they did that, they did that song together.
Yeah, they all in there. And then T-Pain, come on, bro. Like,
Come on, T-Pain.
come on, put in a good word in, bro. Drink, hey, I don't know, but
I'll buy you a drink.
yeah. Buy him a drink or something, bro. But Boosie IG 2024.
Yeah.
That's my new IG. I'm doing sports picks on there now. I'm making a ton of money doing these sports picks. So my picks, they in the link in my bio. I'm doing great with that now. I'm hooked to that shit now. I done met with some nerd ass motherfuckers and they getting me paid. So that's the top things I'm doing right now. Just keep expanding and I'm bringing 5 films to the movie industry this year. Twins, The Little Saints, Karma, Coincidence, and I'm thinking about a scary movie in the woods, my first scary movie.
Okay. We'll film it here?
In the woods, no location money, everything in the woods. Blair Witch Project.
Yeah.
I got so many woods out there. I thought about it. Movies, when you spend money, it's the locations.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's the locations what we pay for. I learned that when I started doing films. What did I spend the most money on this film? Locations. So you know what? To eat up all those locations, go in the woods.
That's what it is, man. Another one in the can. And we're about to go check out, the back of your property. You have a new lake, and the Batman Mansion is filmed. It's completed. We filmed that. Every time I come out to Atlanta, we got to do something on the property. We saw it from the very beginning.
Yeah.
And yeah, man, always a pleasure when I come in here, man.
Always
next
a
time.
pleasure. Till next time. Boosie Boo, y'all stay tuned. I might be doing something special at the estate for January called Naked in the Cold.
I might have to come through for that.
Yeah, everybody gonna be naked. I'm topless in the cold. I got the fans, the heaters pushing out, the pool so hot.